All right, let me just get some more water right fast. That's like high key my fault because I didn't realize it was empty. I just was relaxing and chilling, setting up the stream and all that good stuff. Then as I was gonna start speaking to everybody, I realized my cup was empty. And I didn't want to get to talking and middle of the conversation have a dry throat. And I wanted to be able to speak freely with everyone. Yeah. A glass of water. How you doing, everybody? I'm Absird, and welcome to the conversation. Dave. Chatting about honorifics. You know, it's absurd. But I used to be called Sir. Because I was tired of being called nigga. So listen, you don't have to call me nigga. Call me Sir. You ain't gotta say, what's up, nigga? What's up, Sir? Why do I call you Sir? It's my name. It's my name. Nigga switched to bruh, to brother. And then recently, I've been seeing king, queen, divine being, all these grandiose titles. Brother, I'm completely fine with. I use the word nigga, but I still prefer not to be called a nigga. So I'm still fine with sir. You can use my name, you know, you can always use my name. You can call me Absird, Abby. But when it comes to certain honorifics like king and queen and god, I want to avoid those because of what they mean. You call me brother or friend, well, those mean certain things, you know? When you say king, well, if I'm a king, what is my domain? What is within my power? What do I have authority over? Who are my servants and my slaves? What is my value? What is the value of a king? As I've been taught to understand and the way I connect dots in life, I can't think of a single king that wasn't a servant. I don't want servants because I don't want to be a servant. And because I don't want to be a servant, I don't want others to be a servant. I'm well aware I have a slave. Aaron counts as my slave. Pets are slaves. Her life is now up to me. It's designed to give me comfort. And, well, I treat her like I would want to be treated if I was a slave. I listen to her, communicate with her. I take her advice. Even when she wants to wake, she let me sleep in today. It was really dope. Like, I woke up at 4:20, but I was still tired, and I went to go back to sleep. And normally she wakes me up in about 15-20 minutes, but she woke me up at 5 today. You know, she started bumping with her nose. All I feel is like cold and wet on my face. Like, excellent, I'm up. I am up. Don't worry about it. I'm up. But if I was a servant or a slave, that's how I want to be treated. But when random strangers or even people I'm close to come up to me, hey king, how you doing? Hey, we don't do that here. I don't want to be anyone's king. I don't want a queen. Because when you think of a king in real life, when you think of real kings, what kind of people are they? How do they treat people? They have people who are beneath them. They have servants. They have hierarchies and status. They have their court of officials that they go to for advice. They enact laws and rules and dish out punishments. They have to be judges. Imagine having to be a judge. It's hard enough trying to judge myself. Imagine hundreds of people, hey, I need your opinion on this. What? Figure it out yourself. No. Not only that, let's say this was like a game of chess. The king, of course, is the most valuable piece, because once the king is gone, the game's over. And that makes every other piece a pawn. In fact, every other piece is a pawn. Because once a pawn promotes itself, it could become a bishop, or a rook, or a knight, or even a queen. But the pawn can never become a king. And the king is the pawn of the player. Because the king is just another piece. It's one that you're simply manipulating the map around. I don't want to be a piece in somebody's game, even if I have to be. Just because I have to be doesn't mean I want to be. It just means that's what it is. I've noticed at least in my experience, the sort of people that uses these particular honorifics, king, queen, god, goddess, they want something. I've yet to meet a single person to speak in this manner and not demand something, either overtly or covertly. Like, sometimes they try to sneak in their list of demands. Hey, king, let me get a moment of your time. Ah! What are you going to do with my time? Are you trying to take my money? Hey, queen, moment of your time. Let me tell you how divine and spectacular you are. I'm nervous when people try to feed my ego. Because I already know how spectacular I am. I don't need people to tell me. I will at 100% admit it feels great. When I perform and I sing and I know I killed it and people are standing and clapping and, hey, Abby, you did a good job. I really felt it. That was spectacular. Your voice when you hit the notes, it feels great. I'll be real with you. It feels great. But then it's also the context. If I just did a performance and you say, hey, that was a spectacular performance, you're absolutely amazing. Thank you. If I'm walking down the street, a woman comes up to me, how you doing, king? Woo! Hold up. I ain't did nothing impressive. Only thing I did was be myself, and you're trying to give me glory I didn't earn. Why? Anytime I've seen glory given away, it's always been a trap. You want to be famous? Here, do this. You want to be rich? Here, do this. Not a single rich person that I've actually met gave away glory that they didn't control. Anytime they gave, this applies to me in terms of a job position. Anytime I received a promotion, my bosses were in really strict control over the capabilities in areas I had access to. They gave me a limited amount of resources, and each particular tier of authority I achieved simply allowed me access to more resources. But I was always someone's puppet, and I knew that. So when someone calls me king, when someone says, oh, you're a god, why do I want to be a god? Gods are objects to be worshipped in the sense of how people use it, not in the sense of like the God as I know it doesn't care about worship. It cares about what you do. It cares about the impact that you make on it, in the same way that, you know, you don't care if your heart wants to be called Steve, or if your heart wants you don't really care what your heart feels like doing. You care about what it does. I need my heart to pump consistently and on beat. I need it to force the blood to circulate through my body, my lungs. Listen, my lungs can be Sarah, my lungs could be Rachel, they could be Stephanie, they could be Dan, they could be Dennis. They could be whatever they want. I need them to function as lungs. And as far as I understand the things of life, the things that I've been broken down, the things that have been broken down and given to me, the things that I'm able to see, the things my brother Donald has purported to claim to see, that's been fairly consistent in terms of God not really caring about like feelings, beliefs, and all these other things. It cares about what you do in the same way that I don't care about how my body believes and feels. I care about what it does. Does it function at its best? And if not, what can I do to help it? So why do I want to be called a god? Why do I want to be worshipped? When I mentioned the praise that I get from a performance, I don't want undue praise, you know? If I don't want someone, you know, come to me, hey man, remember that show you did 2 weeks ago? Like, hey, listen, thank you. I am happy you enjoyed it, but I've moved on from that point. Like, part of healing isn't just healing from pain and injuries. Because sometimes healing is essentially patching over and moving past something. So it's not just damage that you have to heal from. It's voids, it's emptiness. When you achieve something, then that space between where you are and the level that you had previously achieved can be a void. Not all voids have to be filled. They could be patched over. Like, you know what? I was able to do that in my past. Now my physical capabilities means I can't do that anymore. Let me move past that. Each performance I give is unique in some way. So if I'm too busy dwelling on performance 2 weeks ago, performance last week, performance yesterday, I use them for reference. I need observable points to compare to. But I don't use them for inspiration. I don't listen to my old songs and just like, yeah, I'm going to do this same song again but better. If I'm performing that particular song, yes. But I mean, like, I don't use that to build an entirely new song off the framework of the old song. No, like, if something's already being worshipped, what motivation is it to improve? Like, if someone's calling me a king or a god, where's my motivation to be better? If my goal is to be a king, then I have achieved my goal. There's no need to improve anymore. I've done it. I've achieved what I need to do. If my goal is to be a god, I've achieved that goal. I've created life. Boom. Now I don't need to improve and perfect myself. I don't need to try to make sure that I'm causing more and more positive impacts and growth around me. When someone calls me brother, when someone calls me friend, well, I care about my brothers. I care about my friends. I want to help my friends grow. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe this person cares about my growth. Maybe they don't care about flashy titles and fancy shows of display. Maybe they don't care about acts of public worship. Maybe they care about what I do in private. I had a friend. I was struggling significantly more than I am now. And they called me, hey, I know there's an inconsistency in your behavior. You know, you're acting different. What's going on? It's like, oh, well, this is what's happening. This is the weight that I carry on me. It's like, well, how do you deal with that? You know what? I'll even tell you. I'll tell you what it is. I have a daughter. I haven't seen her in about 2 years now. She's 7, and the last time I saw her in person, the last time I heard her voice in person, she was 5. And my friend was asking, you know, how do you ignore the pain? I'm like, I don't. I live that pain every day. I just understand there's nothing I can do about it at this point. And so I don't let that pain weigh me down. It's like if I had a physical injury in my leg and I could no longer walk straight, well then I would walk crooked. I would live with that injury. I wouldn't let that injury stop me from walking. I wouldn't say, well, I can't walk straight, I can't go anywhere anymore, I'm stuck at home. No, I'm gonna try my best. I'll try my best to use what's available to me to continue to grow. I learned that one from animals. It's like you can see they're injured, but you can't tell because they're still trying their best. They're making use of what they got. I learned that from people, from seeing people with physical and mental injuries and how they've adapted to these permanent injuries and how it doesn't take away anything. Hey, Kirksey, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. This was done by Drag Queen. I told her to do what she think look nice, and you know, I like it. I like it. It ain't in my face anymore. It's hanging off the back. It's my brother right there, Brother Kirksey. Man is an excellent photographer. One time he showed me how he sees frames, and oh my god! I think I mentioned in a previous conversation. It was beautiful, beautiful. Man. So to sum it up, I see people as people. I don't see kings and queens. I see kings and queens as servants, since that's tend to how they function and perform. I don't want to be anyone's servant, even if I have to be. If I have to be, then I will to do it. Just because I'm doing it don't mean I want to be. It's like, okay, this is a requirement in order to survive in the environment that I'm in, that I have to perform these tasks. Alright, these tasks are how I grow the environment that I in. But if someone gives me a choice, hey, you want to be a slave or you want to be free? But if you're free, it's going to be a lot of work. Okay. Hey, no problem, bro. No problem. I appreciate you. You know, when I come back home, I want to have a conversation with you. I want you to be on chat with Abby. I want people to know that this person that offers me inspiration. I want them to see the amazing person that you are. Hear your thoughts. Oh, Aaron's here. Did you hear me talking about you? Is that what happened? Alright. Hey, you know what? I want to talk to you. I want you to join the conversation. Follow me on Facebook. I'm Absird Charles. Find me on Instagram. ABSIRD1. Find me on Cashapp. ABSIRD. Find me on Spotify. Find me on YouTube. I don't have an official channel name yet. But if you go to like YouTube/user/Absird, boom, your boy pop up. I want to talk to you. I want you to join these conversations. I want to add your perspective to my collective knowledge. See if it's what I can learn from you. Anything I can do to be able to become more honest and heal and repair the impacts that I've made on others. I've made a lot of negative impacts. I dug myself a pretty deep hole I'm trying to work my way out of. Alright, until next time, Abby, out.